Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom, aka the Butcher 066, and yeah, today I want to talk to you about broken games. Well, we all know about broken games. We've all experienced broken games. We've all played broken games. Basically, games are broken at launch, and unfortunately, it has become a standard thing in the gaming industry. Just remember Battlefield 4 at launch. It was fucking horrible. Remember Assassin's Creed Unity. Jesus Christ. Assassin's Creed Unity and its nightmare-inducing faces and bugs and shit. I'm not even gonna talk about the PC version of Arkham Knight. I mean, that's a whole nother level of broken right there. But let's take the PlayStation 2 era for an example right here. I just want to talk to you about the PlayStation 2 era before I make my point. Remember that golden fucking era when you bought a game, you put the disc into your console and you played it, and it basically played fucking great from start to finish. And back in those days, developers and publishers couldn't release a broken game because there was no way to fix it. Because you had no means to, you had no updates, you had no patches, and that was due to because consoles weren't on the internet back then. I mean, they were, but it was just not a thing. And I mean, developers and publishers just couldn't afford to release broken games. You know, you had a few duds here and there that were broken, but most games were brilliant and playable from start to finish. And that's because you had no means to update the game. And game developers actually had QA testing before releasing the game. Nowadays, QA is practically non-existent. They release a shit product and patch it post-launch, if we're lucky. Some shitty games remain broken forever, and but yeah, that's not the point. And I'm not here to reminisce about the olden days, the good old days. No, but those were the fucking days. I really enjoyed those days. You know, nowadays I buy a game. I get home from the store and I have to wait until a day one patch, like 20 gigabytes. I have to wait until that shit downloads and installs. I mean, it's a day one patch. Jesus fucking Christ. But there is a solution for that, at least on consoles. And I've come up with this. I mean, it's just an idea, and yeah, but I think it's a good idea, and somebody from Sony and Microsoft should really give this video a fucking listen. Imagine if Sony and Microsoft would impose a restriction on the amount of patches a game can receive to just one. So let's say, I don't know, let's take a game for example. Let's take let's take the upcoming game called Death Stranding from Kojima, just for an example. So Death Stranding comes out and it's allowed to release only one patch, and that patch has to be administered within 7 days. So Death Stranding comes out and it has 7 days to release a patch that would fix potential, I don't know, performance problems, graphical problems, bugs, glitches and shit. 7 days, one patch. After those 7 days, you've either fixed the game or, well, fuck you. Your product would remain forever broken. And this might seem harsh, but if Sony and Microsoft would embrace this system, we would have a much healthier industry. Uh, well, you probably are asking why. Well, it will basically force the developers and publishers to not release a broken game. It would literally force them, if they want to stay in business, to release a finished game, and they would probably have to reinstate QA testing in their development schedule because they simply would be forced to release a game that's not broken. And ultimately this would be the most beneficial for us, the gamers who actually consume and play video games. I mean, it's just an idea, but I think it's a good idea. So you had basically developers and publishers would have 7 days to release a patch, one patch, only one patch, and after those 7 days, well, fuck you. The game would either stay broken or I don't know, or you would fix it within those 7 days in that patch, and probably at the beginning we would have broken games, but the developers and publishers would quickly get accustomed to this system because it would force them to release not game. It would force them to release games that are not broken because they only have a limited window to fix any bugs and game-breaking shit. And personally, I mean, it's just an idea, and I personally believe it would be beneficial for the gaming industry. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about this idea. I'd really like to know your opinion about this. And yeah, stay tuned for more. New episode is coming out soon. So stay tuned and subscribe if you enjoy the content I'm producing. Yeah, have a great day. Bye.